Yo, 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 what it do, guys? What it motherfucking do? We back once a motherfucking again. You know how it is. You know how it is. Hold up, hold up, hold up. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, guys? We back on the tube. It's your boy Rant Sage Haiku. Y'all been talking about it. Y'all want my Ampharos guide. Y'all wanted my Ampharos EVs. Y'all wanted all this stuff. I got y'all, I got y'all. Little Ampharos picture. Let's hype y'all up, hype y'all up. I did put a lot of work in my Ampharos. It's like for the medical and stuff like that. Um, definitely. We can go over it. I'll show you like what I use, why I use it, and then like other stuff you can go along with it. All right, this is my Ampharos build right here. Not this one. This one's my Ampharos build. My bad, I was on the wrong one. This is the one I use currently. I use 192 HP because if you divide it by 4, you get the most for your citrus berry. You get the most health for gain. You want a number divided by 4 because you get 25% of your health back. It's just something that it optimizes it based on that. The defense I use is 148. The reason I use this is because it can live a Garchomp. Life Orb Garchomp. I believe it's Life Orb Garchomp. So you see right here, these are the stats. Life Orb, they'll be whatever. They won't be Sandville, they'll be rough skin. But like 252 attack, Garchomp, Life Orb, it will live this. If they tear ground, it doesn't live, so you have to be wary of that. But as long as the Garchomp's not Terra ground, you can live one earthquake. Not saying that you should set in front of a Garchomp, that isn't wise. But that's the reason I got 148 defense with this amount of HP, because you're guaranteed to live one earthquake with against like Life Orb Chomp. If you're in a tournament, you have the open team sheets. For certain that you can live even if they're Life Orb. If they're not Life Orb, you definitely live. My special attack is 116. I don't remember why I use 116. I think it's because like 2 Dazzling Gleams kill Murkrow. I'm not 100% on that. I know Thunderbolt does a lot. Anyway, but like Dazzling, it doesn't kill Hydreigon, but it does like 90%. It kills if you actually Terra into Fairy. Like if they don't have their Terra anymore, you can just kill them. I use 28 in special defense. There's kind of a reason for this, but kind of also not. I wanted to be more bulky on the physical side. The reason I have 28 is because Goldingo, I believe this is Goldingo. Goldingo, after you use citrus or whatever, if they have 15% chance to die, but if they're -1 special attack but from the Make It Rain or whatever, they're not gonna kill you after the citrus recovery. So like essentially I made it so I could live like 2 Make It Rains. This is Terrestrial, by the way, still with modest choice specs. So this thing can definitely take some hits. Also this right here, you're able to live a Draco Meteor with this spread right here from Hydreigon, but not if they're Life Orb modest. If they're Life Orb timid, you can live. If they're Life Orb modest, you it's a roll if you die or not. Force feed, just because you have to put the 4 points somewhere. This is a spread I use. There's like a lot of reason, like I said. The move I use is a Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Helping Hand, you Terra Fairy. Now this Dazzling Gleam can be multiple different moves. You can use Power Gem, you can use Dragon Pulse, you can use Dragon Tail to stop Trick Room. I use Helping Hand for certain calcs on my team that I use. Helping Hand's good because you're slow if you think you're just gonna die, so you just Helping Hand the Pokemon next to you. To get that extra bit of damage. Volt Switch is good with Ampharos because you got to think about it like Incineroar. This is actually slower than Incineroar. You just get a slow Volt Switch option. You can eat the hit, switch out, get a free switch in while doing a little bit of chip to break a focus sash, something like that. This is my build. I use Fairy. Like I said, you can use Power Gem here. You can use Terra Blast and do Terra. Now this thing isn't going to do the most amount of damage, but it does have 165, which isn't a bad number to reach. It's 115 special attack, so this thing does like chip away at things and it's definitely better than not doing anything. Thunderbolts actually pack a punch. This thing does really well into Go Dingo because it resists to make it rain. Um, it's a like it's scared of Garchomps, but the fact that it has Dazzling Gleam and it hits like Hydreigon, Murkrow, Garchomp, stuff like that, and it can live the hit, it can surprise people. Um, it definitely can surprise people. Now, when you use this Pokemon, you want to pair it with something like you can pair it with the Moongus because you can switch and take the Earthquake better. You can pair it with a Flyer or a Levitate user like Hydreigon. The reason I used Ampharos on my team because I use Grass type Ceruledge, and this Ampharos does well into Water types. It does the Gyarados check. It does a Water type check. Like Azumarill and stuff like that for my Ceruledge. Also, when it switches to grass, it's Thunder type, so it beats the flying types, or if they Terra flying and stuff like that. So this thing I use on my team with Ceruledge because it kind of helps counter weaknesses. Also, like I can get a Volt switch and delay into something. It really helps cover its weaknesses. That's why I use Ampharos. And like Helping Hand Shadow Sneaks can pick up kills where like after you get a Dazzling Gleam off, get them low, Helping Hand Shadow Sneak definitely can pick up kills. So like stuff like that is why I use this set. Now other sets you can use with Ampharos, don't sleep on this Pokemon. I know y'all seen or heard like Rotoms using screens. You got Garchomp, I mean not Garchomp, Grimmsnarl using screens. This mon isn't that bad at being a screen user. We already know at 148, so 124 it lives Garchomp. So the 132 you can just live like a couple extra different mons. This I don't think it lives Ground Terra Garchomp, but you can live certain hits with this spread, more hits than the other one, and get a reflect, maybe a light screen the next turn. Also this mon has static. I forgot to talk about that, but its ability static is insanely good. 30% chance if a Pokemon makes a physical contact, it can be paralyzed. So it helps with speed control options as well. Also, paralysis, you have the opportunity for them just to fully be paralyzed so they don't get to move. Static is very underrated. Like I said, you can make this thing like you can Terra and go to like flying, and like you can do stuff like this, go Terra Blast, and you can make your budget Zapdos. What is the saying? We have Zapdos at home, and this is the Zapdos you could have at home, and this could just be Terra Blast, easily. Or this could be Rock with Power Gem. It can be a lot of different things. This spread, like I said, it's just more of a balanced spread for Reflect and Light Screen. Which I think could be a very good use for this Pokemon. It's something that gives us a mon like its own identity. The fact that you can use it more than one way. I think Ampharos is definitely underrated in the format right now. It's it's not the greatest thing, but it's like bulk 90, 85, and 90 is not terrible because you look at Hydreigon 90, 90, 90, and people say Hydreigon's very bulky. So like its stats are not bad. Also, like this has 125 and this is 115. So the only thing that this mon suffers from is its speed stat. So everything else besides the speed is it's actually workable, and you can put it on a lot of different teams. The fact that this mon also gets like Dragon Tail and you can stop Trick Room setters, you just slap them and it makes them switch, is definitely something notable as well that this mon can do and have. Let's show you, like Dragon Tail right here forces the target to switch to a random ally. It gets a lot of different stuff. It gets Brick Break, it gets Bulldoze for like weakness policy stuff, Electro Web, like it gets Ice Punch and stuff like that. It gets a whole bunch of different punching moves. Thunder Wave, I think it gets Eerie Impulse as well, so you can run an Eerie Impulse set. Now these Eerie Impulse set and Electro Webs, they're not as good because there's a lot of Murkrow going around, but our last one we can kind of show you is the fact that you can run Assault Vest and Electro Web. Assault Vest, Electro Web, you run it with this speed 111. What this 111 does is make you outspeed Hydreigon after the -1. You can definitely go more into the speed side. You could just max this, but this way it gives you like a little bit of bulk and Electro Web. You know, you're not gonna live the Earthquake anymore from Garchomp. You're not gonna live uh the Draco meter. I think you have like a 6% chance to die, so it's a roll. Um, but like you can definitely like Electro Web. Oh, never mind. You can't die no more because you have Assault Vest. So you won't die from Hydreigon at all, no matter what. I forgot this is Assault Vest set. You won't die anything on the special side. You definitely can take 2 Mega Rains as well. And the fact that you can start Electro Webbing and spam Electro Web is very annoying. But the problem, like I said before, the Electro Web stuff, it doesn't work as good as you want to because there's so many Murkrow and so many Haze users running around. Like Haze is very good right now because of Dondozo. But like this set, you can see you can Terra Rock with Power Gem, and there's just so many good Terra types that this Pokemon have. You can do Dragon Pulse and go Dragon. It just whatever your team's kind of looking for at the time. But don't sleep on this Pokemon. I think it's really good. It's better than what people are, you know, giving it credit for. I don't think it's like the worst Pokemon. You definitely can use it on certain teams in certain scenarios. Especially if you need like a good electric type, just solo electric. And just what I use for Fairy and Dazzling Gleam, like just not even Terra, just Dazzling Gleam, it does like really good chip damage. So if you have any like priority like King Gambit, like Sucker Punches, priority Aqua Jets from Azumarill, priority Aqua Jet from Tauros, Shadow Sneaks from Pokemon, like I could see you pair Ampharos with like Mimikyu and go like a slower Trick Room stuff, and this Pokemon can set up screens. It can enable a lot of teams, and I would say, you know, go out of your way, try to make good teams. This Pokemon's actually very good, and it's a defensive wall, and the fact that it has static, it walls like Saraledge. Like I think Saraledge has to take like 3 attacks to kill this thing, and it can get paralyzed at any of those points. So stuff like that is very, very good. Also, this thing does pretty decent into Annihilate. It can take Annihilate hits unless, you know, they're boosted up. But just remember, y'all got the Ampharos strat from your boy. And, you know, tell me what y'all come up with, what y'all think, what y'all can use, what y'all like. If y'all learn something new about Ampharos, you know, just let me know. But like I said, it's paired with good grass types to take the Earthquake. You know, you can switch into your flying type or your levitate Pokemon, you know, so you don't have to eat them Garchomp Earthquakes. Like I said, I pair my Ampharos with Saraledge. I think they're decent together. It's definitely a fun Pokemon to use when you just sit there and Dazzling Gleam or just Thunderbolt, and it just chunks stuff, and it's just a problem on the field. It is a problem. You can definitely just go Protect right here. Like I said, I use Helping Hand for other reasons, but Protect, you know, you can't ever go wrong with a Protect. But thanks for watching, guys. Much love. Let me know if y'all want the whole team that I use, all the EV spreads and stuff. A lot of people need help with EV spreads and stuff like that when there's a new format. And I appreciate all the love, anything. If you got good comments, bad comments, whatever y'all want to say. Did we go over all these stats? I believe so. Like this is my build, and you can see it lives the the Earthquake. Rock Slide literally doesn't touch this thing from Garchomp. This is a Hydreigon. Draco meter doesn't kill. Like Earth Power and stuff like that. If this Terra Earth and Earth Power, like you're probably dead, but stuff like that, you know, is different. Most of these are like Terra Fire. And like if they Terastallize, like if Flamethrower isn't gonna do anything. And like we said before, the Go Dingo, you can live 2 hits with the Citrus Berry tech. Let's see. So this mine's very good and very underrated. But like I said, if you like or don't like anything, let me know down in the comments below. If y'all want more guides like this on certain Pokemons, let me know. like what Pokemon you think I could make valuable, or certain builds, or how could you use a Pokemon. Maybe I can come up with a video if I can. But much love, guys. Thank y'all so much. Peace late.